Hi there, my wine followers. My name is Ryan the Wine Guy. This is the wine review, doing a surprise wine review for you all just in time for Thanksgiving. Now, I said I was going to do a white one. I will, yes, tomorrow on Thanksgiving. But my boss gave me a free bottle of wine. So I decided that it's low in alcohol, 12 and a half. Figure I could have one glass tonight, chill the rest, put it in the refrigerator, and have a little bit tomorrow after dinner time, after I have a little bit of white. So have some white tomorrow with dinner. Put that in the refrigerator and maybe finish that off on Friday, and then finish off this red tomorrow after dinner. Um, it is a Beaujolais Fillage Nouveau. I know some of you all are probably wondering, hey, didn't you do a Beaujolais a while ago and you hated it? Well, yes, but this is a little different. It's a different winemaker. It's a different type of Beaujolais. So I figured, you know what? Why not give it a try? So it's by George Duboeuf. It's their 2016 Beaujolais Fillage Nouveau, and this is what this year's look like. They change every year. Every year there's different ingredients. Every year there's different bottles. So this is what this year's looks like, and you want to make sure that you get this year's. It is literally like 1 month old, not even that. I mean, they just started selling it a week ago. You weren't allowed to even put it on a shelf until the third Thursday of the month. So here it is. Their 2016 little rooster with a glass of wine. Here it is in the glass. A nice kind of dark tint to it, actually. So that's pretty cool. You know, you've really got red, a nice red center, a red rim, really a deep, dark middle to it. So as I mentioned, it's 12.5% alcohol, and it's the first wine of the harvest. A dry to almost a medium dry wine, so it's not like totally bone dry, but it is sort of getting to that medium dryness. Imported by Occidental LLC, because it's a French wine. And let's see what it's doing on the nose. First thing I noticed, bubblegum. Like literally, straight up bubblegum. Strawberries. A little bit of raspberry. Hint of blackberry. Cherries. You're getting this sort of earthiness to it. Like a little bit of a wet earth. All right, let's drink it. Wow. This definitely, this definitely made up for that Beaujolais that I had last time. Oh, wow. Wow. So, there's definitely that noticeable bubble gum that I mentioned on the nose. But it just leaves you with this nice, I mean, it's a little crisp, but it gives you these nice, just tasty berry notes, like cherries, raspberries, hint of like blueberry and blackberry. Sort of like a pie, you know. Also, sort of like a nice, like a nice baked pie, you know, just in time for Thanksgiving. You know, maybe you have pumpkin pie, or maybe you have like an apple pie or a blueberry pie, and this just has that sort of like piness to it. It has a little grip, nothing too terrible, but it definitely, you can definitely feel it. Wow. This really does make up for that Beaujolais. Oh man. Wow. Mm. Wow. I mean, I may have found a new line of Beaujolais that I really want to try for you all now and start reviewing more than the one I had. You know, I may have just had a bad bottle, bad vintage, or maybe just it was too late, or maybe just a bad winemaker. You know, you never know. Sometimes you uh, can try three of the same wine from three different winemakers, and you know it's like Goldilocks. You know this one sucks. This one is, you know, I could drink it again, but maybe not. Or hey, you know what? This one is just right, and this one is just right. And I mean, I want to drink it next year because next year they'll have a new one out. But this is definitely a line that I think I should look into. I should see what other 2016s we have out. Um, Maybe late 2015s, but I definitely think this is definitely a good wine to try. And it's very affordable too. It's I believe around $10.99, maybe even lower. Uh, like I said, I got it for free from my boss for Thanksgiving. Um, but check out George Duboeuf, Beaujolais Fillage. Uh, no, forgot how I pronounced it. Beaujolais Fillage Nouveau, and look for them. Um, Whew, man, it's just so hard to really give this a good. Uh, it's so hard for me to really give this a review because my last Beaujolais I had was terrible. But you know, this is a Beaujolais Fillage, so it's a little bit different. Um, and I'm not really quite familiar too much with Beaujolais as I am with a lot of the other wines that I try for you all. Um, Being that this is a wine that you have to drink every year, because every year there's a new harvest, so that's how we're going to look at it. Um, for this year's harvest, I give it a 5 out of 5. Drink it now or into early next year. But, you know, if you see this on the shelf come June or July of next year, nah, set it aside. You know, don't even bother. Just wait until next year's harvest comes out and you'll be starting to see 17s around November time. So, this is definitely something you could easily drink until, I would say, February or March, maybe even April until next year. But come summertime, set it aside, and then come next fall, just wait for the new harvest. So this year's harvest is a 5 out of 5. Yeah, just nice fruits, nice bubble gum. Just it has like a nice little earth note, as I said. Has just sort of like sweetness to it too. Sort of like sort of like somebody just took a little bit of sugar and just spread it over some fruit. So it has a little nice sweetness to it. But it's not really a sweet wine. It is fruity. It is juicy. It is bubblegummy. Like, I mean, I'll do another sip for you all. It is really delicious, I almost don't want to swallow it. It just, the acidity is so great on here. It just makes, it's just like really, it's just, man, it is delicious. I mean, yeah, definitely look for this, everyone. Definitely look for this vintage, and drink it now. 5 out of 5 for this year's vintage. I'm Ryan, the Wine Guy. And for those of you who live in the United States, or maybe you are living in the United States but you're overseas right now, but regardless, Americans, happy Thanksgiving. Cheers.